Hi, I'm Karin Polk. I'm the principal at Marvin Biomedical Academy. This is my 12th year in Waxahachie ISD. I have been a teacher at Felty and at Clift, and then an instructional coach and math curriculum coordinator, and then the assistant principal at Wildman. And I started here at Marvin last year. It was my first year as principal, and now I'm starting the second year, and we are so excited about what we're going to offer our students and families in Waxahachie ISD. So Marvin Elementary was chosen a couple of years ago to start working on their National Institute of STEM Education certification, their NICE certification. And so this past year, the teachers were working on that and getting their certification, similar to what Wildman has as well. And so as we were working on that, Dr. Hollingsworth approached me in October. It was at one of our football games, and said, "What do you think about maybe a health science focus?" And I thought, wow, I've not thought about that. Wildman is a focus on engineering, so I thought of something with health science related. How interesting, how different, and how do you do that from an elementary perspective? And so I began to research that particular focus, and come to find out there are not many elementary schools in the nation who have a health science focus. It's usually in middle school and high schools. And so with that research, I found about 5 schools in the whole nation that actually have that as a focus. Well, we also want to serve our community. And so we want to make sure that we're offering the choices that our community wants. And so we did a survey, and health science was top out of that survey. And so we knew that we were going in the right direction. And so from that research, working also with Miss Abity, we started to brainstorm. The time that I had at Wildman with that focus on the STEM education was a great background for me to be able to take off and think about it. Now let's look at it through the lens of the biomedical field, the research and study of living things.
I'm Cassie Adamson. I am a second grade teacher at Marvin Biomedical Academy. So we were at a staff meeting or a family meeting after school one day, and they had a big announcements, and I think we knew we were becoming a STEM school, but hearing the biomedical focus was definitely a surprise. I immediately probably had a reaction, not everybody did, but I was very excited about it, and my brain started moving and seeing what can I do that will add to this focus. I was very excited about the change.
We had a major launch event. Over 500 families were present in the community in March, and at that time we were able to announce that Baylor Scott and White is joining and partnering with us with our school and bringing in their wonderful expertise and being able to share and partner in our classrooms, and we're very excited about that partnership. I really believe we have to prepare our students for their future. And there are jobs and careers that do not exist yet. When these students graduate, they're going to have jobs that we don't even know anything that exists today. And so we have to prepare them with those critical thinking skills, that creativity, that collaboration. And when you put them in a STEM environment where they're having to work together to solve problems, to figure out new things, to research and learn from one another, you're preparing them for their future. So with us approaching it with that STEM-based learning, as well as looking at it through that biomedical lens, that's going to open up the doors for them to see that there is more out there in the fields of study besides just doctors and nurses. There are so many different fields, from a nutritionist perspective, a podiatrist. I mean, it could be a wide range, radiology, going into veterinarian school and being a vet tech. I mean, there's so many different options for our students, and when we expose them to different career options, it's just going to set them up for their future.
It has been amazing to really see how the community came together for the school district and for Marvin specifically to help us create make this thing happen, make the dream happen that we're going to have this biomedical option for our children in our community. The Oaks Church has also came and they cleaned out our porches, and they created these beautiful areas for planting plants for our children to use. So that has been so generous and amazing for them to do that for us. The school district as well made sure that all the teachers had our NICE certification. What is even better, and the cherry on top, is that the Education Foundation accepted and granted us this grant for these living organisms that, was my crazy idea at first, and now it's happening. And I know the community members help pay for that. And so it's been such a blessing for the Education Foundation and our community members to make sure that Marvin can have these living species for our children.
So WISD has really invested in us preparing our students for STEM education and what that looks like. And that is through the NICE certification, the National Institute of STEM Education. And so our teachers at Marvin have worked on their certification. Half of them have completed it, and our new staff that we're adding this year will also work on that certification this year. And the district is providing that to them so that they are prepared to teach our students. This is the same certification that our Wildman teachers have, and as well as our junior high teachers, they are working on it so that we can make that bridge from elementary to junior high and all the way through high school, where we have our CTE program that really connects to these fields. So an assumption might be is that here at Marvin Biomedical Academy, all the kids will be wearing lab coats and stethoscopes and walking around and looking at all the different chemicals and that sort of thing. But we're really about the study of and research of plants, animals, and humans. And so looking at not just humans, it's going to be more focused on plants and animals because that's what aligns to our science standards from the state of Texas.
At Marvin Biomedical Academy, we're still going to be teaching the same standards or the same TEKS, our essential knowledge skills that we teach our children. The difference will be that we'll have more of the biomedical focus, meaning we may tie it in more to the body aspect of things or the biology of an animal or living organisms. I can't wait this year to see my students working together, observing the animals, observing living organisms, and see their faces when they get to interact with a living, breathing organism or thing to really enhance a lesson or to really enhance their learning experience. I am proud and honored to be part of a district here that is pioneering a school for biomedicine or biomedical academy in the nation. There's only a few of them, and we get to have one here in Waxahachie, Texas.